Going forward, what you've given back, it's one thing to win a medal and rest on your laurels, as it were. But the Abhinav Bindra Foundation that you started, for many people it would be, is it a place I can go to learn how to shoot? But it's so much more than that. There's so many aspects to it. So without necessarily going into too much detail, just give us a sense of what you can actually...
I'm a details person. I'll get into every detail of what we do.
Well, I walked into that one.
There are three pillars of what we do. The first pillar of what we do is intervention. We've set up these performance centers which bring in a lot of science and bring in a lot of technology and bring in global best practice to performance enhancement, injury prevention, and injury management. We give a scholarship. We do a scholarship program for young athletes called the STEAM Scholarship Program: Science, Technology, Engineering, Analytics, and Medicine, and try and inculcate all those elements into grassroots training. So that is the pillar of intervention. The second pillar is education, where we've just launched a Sports Science and Research Institute, which is offering courses in sports science, physiotherapy to start with, bringing in, again, global best practice into it in an attempt to empower the ecosystem that surrounds the athlete. The second interesting thing which in terms of education, what we did was in partnership with the ELMS Foundation, where we recently did a course for leadership in administration, and I think Adil was a part of it for a few of those sessions as well, trying to get the best possible minds in the best international faculty in play, and trying to empower our sports managers and performance managers and administrators to get equipped with global best practice, and I think that went really well. We had a lot of people from government agencies, we had some national federations, we had the National Olympic Committee taking part in it, which we will continue to carry on with this. The second element of education, which is really close to my heart, is athlete mental health. We're doing a lot of work on educating the whole ecosystem on psychological safety, so creating psychological safe environments for athletes. So that is another element of education. And the third element, which is the closest to my heart, is using sport for social good. Here, alongside a former rival of mine, now a good friend, a three-time Olympic champion from Italy, Niccolò Campriani. We were both very motivated by the whole refugee cause. The Rio Olympic Games saw the first ever international refugee team take part at the Games. So Nico works for the IOC and lives in Lausanne. So we set out a program for refugees, and we did a selection of 25 refugees who had been through immense hardship in their life, and picked 3 of them to take up the sport of shooting. These were non-athletes, but we tried to make them athletes. And I'm very happy to report that within 2 years, 2 of them are already eligible to take part at Tokyo and be part of the international refugee team. Of course, the final decision is due next year, when the executive board of the IOC will really decide on the composition of this refugee team, but they've done well, and the program has already succeeded because we've used the power of sport to change people's life. We've used the power of sport to use it for social good, and really that is the greatest thing sport can bring to society.
And it's fascinating that you can actually, we talk about going beyond borders, going beyond the finish line. This is talking about expanding borders and creating new borders where there aren't any. I mean, where are these refugees technically from, or does it not matter?
Well, borders don't matter. Immaterial in sport, sport is so beautiful. It is blinded by who you are. It is blinded by where you are from. It is all about merit, and it is all about that solidarity that sport brings to the fore. So these are incredible stories. There's a documentary which has documented their journey so far. It's been produced by the Olympic Channel, so if any of you are interested to watch it, it's called Taking Refuge. 5 episodes on the Olympic Channel, and it's very fascinating.
I know earlier this afternoon you sort of just gave us a taste of what it might be about, and I very magnanimously said, of course I'll watch it, but I didn't mean it at the time. Now I actually do, because you've given me a little more of a taste as to what it's like, and a journey like that needs to be documented. I mean, you've summed it up in a nutshell. I think this is absolutely fascinating what sport can possibly do for you.